And onto this now, SANDF Staff Sergeant Eddy will be laid to rest in Louterwater, Eastern Cape. His remains have just been brought to his home ahead of the funeral service. Newzroom Afrika's Sipha Kema joins us live from there with more details. Good morning, Sipha.
Well, good morning, Masichaba. Yes, today the Kola family will be laying to rest Staff Sergeant William Kola as his last remains will be brought to this family home behind me before heading off to the main tent area where we can expect SANDF officials, delegates, as well as the Premier of the Eastern Cape to be in attendance. But most importantly are his family and his friends, the people he grew up with here in Louterwater. Father of three, he's left behind three children, a 21-year-old and about 18 and 16 years old. His family describe him as a family man, someone who loved to be amongst his family. And he was in service for 20 years. So you could imagine, Masichaba, most part of his life dedicated to service. Now we're going to bring in the people that love him and know him best, which are his cousins joining us. We've got Zohra here, and she's going to talk to us about her cousin. And we were just talking, Zohra, about how you were going to meet up with him. You had planned a date upon his return.
Good morning. Yes, we did. We made a date for February. He told me it was my birthday on the 24th January, and he told me I'll see him in February to celebrate it. Then I told him, okay, fine, I won't celebrate. I even bragged about my colleagues to say, I won't celebrate my birthday, I won't do anything. I'm waiting for February for him to come home. And literally the next day, I got the call just to hear that he's no more. And it broke me into a million pieces. It broke me completely. Until today, it broke me. Because he didn't just tell me he's coming home. He told everyone. He told all the family, the extended family all over in the country. He told them he's coming home February. He's going to spend time together with all of us. And that's what breaks us, because we didn't expect this. Because we know that they're out there, but we always know that they return safely. But at this time, like he made plans with each and every one of us, we really thought we're going to have this time. Today, we were going to have him with us like he planned. He planned with each and every one of us.
And I'm going to bring in his other cousin, Eddy. Eddy, and I believe you had a very close relationship with him. Just tell us more about the family man, the man that he was, and also growing up.
I actually met him a year ago for the first time face to face, because he was all these years. I always heard about this Eddy. My dad grew up with him. My dad used to tell me about him, what kind of person he was, and that's how I got to want to meet this guy. And in last year, he came to Cape Town for a course on the army. And that's when my dad brought him to us. And there I spent quite some time with him. And I was like literally every day I had to drive him around. Every single day, because of him, I got to meet them as my family. I didn't know they are my family and they live close to me. But like the guy Eddy is, or was, he's a family guy, and he brought me to my family that I didn't know. And we used to hang out, we used to go out, and he actually took me for the first time to the army base. I never have been to an army base, but he was the one who took me to the army base. And that's how I got to meet him, and that's how I saw his heart for his family. And there's one person that he always speak about was his mom, and how much he loved his mom dearly. And that was something that stood out to me from him, because I don't have a mom anymore, and seeing him loving his mom the way, because every time when we used to drive, he told me, hey, let me call my mom and tell my mom that I'm with you. They call my dad Dennis, then tell you I'm here with Dennis's son. And mom, look here, I'm safe, I'm in good hands with Eddy. And there's a song that he used to play when we were driving in the car. It's a song by Rick Ross, I'm a boss, and he used to call, they say, Eddy, I'm the boss, Eddy, I'm the boss. And I will always have that memory of him.
And, talking about memories, as his family are sharing all these memories and plans that you had with him. Now, finding out that his remains will be brought home and that they finally landed. How did that make the family feel?
That evening, we just had my family had a small hour prayer. And in that time of that prayer, the call came through. They're home. They're safely home. They returned home. We shouted for joy. We all shouted for joy because we didn't know whether they were going to come back. There was no time. But we shouted for joy. And then another prayer was held just to thank the Lord for bringing them home to us so we can lay them rest in peace.
Thank you so much. That's Sergeant Kola's family sharing with us the memories they have and the plans that they'll never be able to see through with him. But this man died a hero, Masichaba, and his last farewell to his family will be held today. He's going to start off here at home and then move on to the tent that has been set up where the rest of the program is expected to take place.